Mustang Band Director David Lang. Then we'll talk with one of his drum majors in Kelsey Gruber, following up with Coach Brian Lockgren, the football program, Tommy Reif, got some volleyball representation, Allison Doyle, Madeline Beatty, and then to conclude we'll talk with Coach Crawford, representing cross country tonight, along with Dylan Erdelt and Tucker Corporate. One noticeable thing every Friday night, I've been watching Independence football, I think, for 4 years. I really enjoy the halftime shows. Let's talk about what it really takes to implement something like that on a Friday night during halftime.
Well, we start the planning in December. We start coming up with ideas for the show for the future, and we have a guy who writes all of the choreography and the music, and he gets that put together by April, and we start working on it at the end of the school year before the kids go off for the summer. Then they come back and we have some camps starting in the end of July, and then it takes us right through August, and by the end of August we're performing the show.
My color commentator on Friday nights, he just absolutely loves to listen to the band. And let's talk about your performances so far this year and how you've rated.
Well, we've been out, 4 or 5 times, and we've gotten first place at every competition, and a lot of other extra awards that go along with that. So we started out in Marion, or actually Linn-Mar. We performed and got first place there.
Always smiling Kelsey Gruber. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Let's talk a little bit about your role as a drum major on the marching band.
So I've been a drum major for 4 years, since my freshman year. And drum majors have the role of setting rehearsal up so we're ready to go. So we know what we're doing. We have to run the metronome so everyone's in step. And we basically just have to pump everyone up and set good examples so everyone's ready to go for rehearsal.
You're 4-4 overall now with an opportunity to go to Benton with a win.
Well, going back to the Xavier game, I felt like our defense, and I'm the defensive coordinator, but I felt like our defense actually played pretty well in that game. After the first quarter, we gave up 21 quick points in the first quarter, and then after that, we held them to 16 points. The one touchdown they got in the second half was off a punt return. They got back down to the 10-yard line. Other than that, we just gave up field goals. So I felt like we did pretty well. And then Friday night, we knew going into it they had a quarterback in Blake Bonesack that was pretty athletic, and we put a game plan in to keep him contained, and I thought we did a really nice job of that. I think he averages 2.7 yards a carry on the night. So they had 200 yards of total offense. I think we had 475. So it was good to see our guys come out and play physical and disciplined football.
Your last year as an Independence Mustang, your thoughts so far? 4-4. What are you thinking about right now?
We can go out and bang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can make the playoffs. That's what we're thinking.
Well, on the boys' side, I brought a couple of sharp talents with me tonight. Tucker Corpening and Dylan Erdelt have been 4-year members of the team, and really epitomize what an athlete is all about. They are hard workers. They're there every day, putting out their 100%, and they do it with a great attitude. They're the first ones to encourage all the other kids to do their best and make sure that they work their hardest during practice as well. So.
As a senior runner, a lot of preparation for the sport of cross country or track, for that matter, is a lot of off-season work. What type of off-season work do you do to prepare yourself for the cross country season?
Over the summer, I met with a few guys, and we would run about 3-ish miles, and then we would do some abs, some stretching to make sure we were loose for the season really kicking off.
How are you doing, Tucker?
Good, how are you?
How long have you participated in cross country?
My 8th grade year was my first year.
Okay, so you've been pretty active. As mentioned, Mr. Lang said you're also active in band. Let's talk a little bit about cross country right now. And as mentioned, Coach Crawford alluded to the fact that the WAMAC is so very good in cross country. Your thoughts on your team here this year?
I think we have a really good tone for this year. We're all wanting to get better at every single practice. And we'll see what tomorrow brings, but I think we all have a positive attitude. And this course has been known to be pretty tough, but that's always been in hot conditions. So with the cold conditions, we'll see how we do.
You're now 30-7, a lot of wins. tomorrow night now, you go to Marion High School and take on another Walmack nemesis, Center Point Urbana, outstanding, very tall, ranked number 7. What's the thought process? What are you going to have to do tomorrow night to be an outstanding CPU team?
Well, we changed our lineup. We worked on it today in practice, and we're moving Madison to the right side of Block Abbey. And I think that will work a lot better. But we still have to play really well, and everyone has to do their job, and we have to play together the whole time.
So not only do you play volleyball, you also cheer on the wrestling mat, right? Pretty good on the softball field. You're involved in a lot of things with track. You're in track as well. Just about do it all. What are some of the things that, in visiting with the 2 young men prior to you, what are some of the things that getting involved in extracurricular activities, what has it taught you?
To never give up and to be a leader and just work hard.
Madeline, what's going on?
Not much.
You're not that shy, so don't act gun shy. Back row player for an outstanding volleyball team. Let's talk about it. You're 30-7, pretty impressive. Where have you felt the team has gelled the most this year? What do you need to work on? And talk a little bit when you're done with that about your individual play.
I think the first few times we played this year at the home tournament, we played really well together. Our lineup was a little different. We were missing 2 of our players, one of our starters, but we still came together and played really well. I also think we played really well in Marion, or at home against Marion. They're a really amazing team.
Well, we talked about you were phenomenal that night defensively. That was your best defensive effort that I've seen in your career. You were all over the place. And as you know, volleyball, essentially, to be effective, you got to be able to pass volleyball. You were tremendous on that night. With that being said, a big matchup tomorrow night against another nemesis, CPU, Abigail Weideman. We talked about her, but boy, they had a nail biter the other night. Right next to you on the adjacent court, they outlast West Delaware 18-16 to win 2-1. Maybe a couple 2 ingredients to take care of CPU tomorrow night.
The first time that we saw them this year, it was our first regular season game. But tomorrow, I think we have a lot better chance.
What do you think about a lot of tonight's guests?
It has been very good. Madeline Binning's an excellent start on the volleyball team at Allison Doyle. Against South Tama County, she had 1 kill away from Madison Larson. Larson had 15, Allison Doyle had 14.
Randall will hold on this year. He's gonna be tough to replace. He's just one of those guys that is always in the right spot.
In other words, he's a coach's dream.
He is.
No doubt about it. Last but not least, Zach Snyder.
Schneider's another one that made that senior jump. And again, he's at 200 yards, a couple touchdowns as a junior, and then he got by that by week 1. I think he had about 700 yards receiving, in addition to about 7 or 8 pass interference penalties. And again, we're in a bad spot, or we couldn't pass protect. It went 3rd and long. We threw it up, and we knew we had a good shot at it, and he went and got it.
I was out with Seth House and Noah Gull on the backfield, and they really protected me well and bailed me out in some spots.
Yeah, Noah Gall's a big, thick guy, right? And his H-back formation, along with House, those guys are 2 tough gritters right there. And they did a nice job. You kind of bellied into them multiple times and would throw the football. But with that being said, you yourself, you aren't afraid to run it as well. Most quarterbacks are afraid to go up the gut through the tackles, not Logan Schmidt.
No, I like to run it.
Let's talk about the receivers. And I really believe that Zach Snyder, if he wanted to do it, could go to the next level and play college as a receiver. But what a luxury to have a guy 6'4", tremendous speed, and it's almost like you could just throw it up there, even balloon it up there, and he'd go out and get it.
Yeah, I did that sometimes, and I would sit back and be like, wow, how did he catch that? And some of the plays he made were outstanding, and it really helped, especially me and everyone else. And if we needed a big play, Zach would step up and make it.
One guy that really caught my attention, Coach Putz alluded to it, has a school record for touchdown receptions, Cyrus Butters. When he caught it, he was off to the races.
Yeah, he's one of our smartest players on the team. I mean, with our RPO, run pass option, we would both look at each other and we have this look, and we knew it was going to happen.
Your volleyball season so far, 32-8 with the victory last night. Advanced to the regional final to be held this next Monday at Center Point Urbana. It's a team that you young ladies are very familiar with, and somewhat, I don't think there's any question, have had some struggles with this year. That's the nice thing about sports, because you got now until Monday to kind of put everything together, but it's a pretty good Center Point Urbana team, and you get right back to the drawing board. Your thought process is first on your season. It is a junior-ridden ladies team. With that being said, maybe your thoughts as well after you answer that question to CPU this coming Monday.
Well, I think there's some keys coming into CPU on things that we need to do. We need to serve aggressive, play good defense, and hit around their blocks. It's really important for us coming in.
All West team, first teamers, Madison Larson, Allie Cooksley, and yourself, Miss Sydney Hearn, second teamer. Congratulations.
Thank you. We really couldn't have done it without our other teammates pushing us to get better.
Yeah. And at one point, I'll talk with the head coach here in moments, but you were one of the state's elites from the digging perspective numbers. What are a couple key ingredients that makes a good defensive specialist, or what they term it as a libero? What makes an outstanding player?
It's important not just to have the skill, but to be positive and always pushing your teammates, but also to be disciplined and stay in your spots.
It's 32-8 Independence on Monday night against 32-10 Center Point Urbana. The Storm and Pointers already with 2 victories over your Independence Mustangs. If I were to ask you right now, if there were 2 essential ingredients that you would have to do come next Monday to upend Center Point Urbana and head to the U.S. Cellular Center that would tickle a lot of people in town, what would those 2 things be?
Great energy and team chemistry, but also a very scrappy defense.
For the team aspect of it, what was the difference last night in contrast to a win at Waterloo Columbus and a loss on your home surface against Marion?
Well, last night we just wanted it really bad. We wanted to go on to the 3rd round, and we wanted to get revenge against Marion.
Very well. Well, you got revenge last night. It was an impressive outing, a 3-1 victory over the Marion Indians, who came in. They were 11th, you were 12th. Now you got to turn your head, flush and stuff that. You got to get ready for a very good Center Point Urbana team, the ranked 7th. How was practice today, and what are you going to have to do between now and Monday to oust the number 7th ranked team in the state?
We're going to have to stay together as a team and keep working really hard. Just really be driven to want to go to state.
She was our leader on the court last night. She's out there all the time, but she keeps everybody in focus in the right frame of mind. She would, a couple times I'd be done talking. She goes, wait, and she would throw in a few other things right before we come out of the huddle, and I think it really helped. She just kept everybody level-headed and ready to come out there and perform.
She actually hit the floor more than I've seen her all year long last night. She was not letting anything touch the hardwood surface.
Yeah, she's a driven young lady, and she'll play hard no matter what. And she, her arms and legs and knees look like she's been in a battle every night.
Yeah. With that being said, Center Point Urbana on Monday night, 1 game away from getting to the U.S. Cellular Center. You know all very too well about Center Point Urbana. They're ranked 7th in both contests this year. No hidden secret, you have not played well.
Yeah.
Very important over the next, 3 or 4 days of practice sessions. You have good sessions. What is your focus as the head mentor going to be, and what are you going to try to get on better? And perhaps underneath the table, what are you going to have to do to win?
Well, first thing we're stressing every night is we got to be aggressive. We need to serve at them as hard and as aggressive as we can. We can't let them just get into the system every single time we serve, which happened to us at the Walmart tournament. Last night might have been our best serving night of the year. That was a huge punch.
Yeah.
We had 10 ace serves throughout the night. We only missed 3 or 4 serves, and we were really getting after it, and we got them out of system a lot. And Caitlin Smith is like you said, she's one of the very best setters in the area. And to get them out of the system is hard to do because she can still, no matter where the ball's at, she can find a way to keep them with an effective hit coming across. But they free balled a lot over last night, so we were able to take advantage of it and use our hitters. But, you know, again, like we talked about earlier, is that so many kids stepped up last night. Maybe they weren't always in the past being one of our key people to contribute. You know, Mackenzie Hupke comes to mind. She had a fantastic fourth set. She had probably 5 kills in that last set, including the match clinching kill at the end. So, you know, they were just all feeling it.